Hi everybody, my name's Fiona and I'm the National Coordinator for Culture, Health and Wellbeing Alliance, and this is a video version of our March 2024 Bulletin. Just so you know, everything we talk about and mention here today in the video will be linked in the chat below so you can find out more in your own time. Seeking a Midlands Regional Lead, Derbyshire. Deadline 29th of March. A new regional role for TRA, designed to catalyse and support work in the Midlands. This role will focus primarily on creative health across Derbyshire, including ACE's priority places and levelling up for culture places, which are North East Derbyshire, Chesterfield, Bolsover and Amber Valley. Upload your events for Creativity and Wellbeing Week, 20th to the 26th of May 2024. The Creativity and Wellbeing Week site is now open for new submissions to this year's festival. You can tell us about your work, submit events for online and in person, and download assets to help publicise your work. New video version of the Bulletin. Each month we'll be recording a video version of this bulletin and posting it onto our YouTube channel. You can find February's video online now, and this is obviously March's. Learning from experience, Casey Francis. Through creativity we can transform adversity into beauty and in the process transform ourselves. Art is empathy, it is communication. Art allows us to step outside of ourselves and see something inside that we couldn't recognise because of our external circumstances, our pain, our fear, our doubt. Day in the Life, Louise Campion. Louise is our new Working Together programme lead at TRA. Find out more about A Day in Her Life. Families have been making Love is in the Air mobiles, focusing on the early signs of spring and a love of the natural world to create leaf prints and insects. It's such a treat to soak up the creative buzz in the room and see how making together can help connect people. General sector news. Creative Courage programme. Deadline to apply 29th of April. Creative Courage is a new programme from 64 million artists that is designed to give you the space to reflect on what is next for you, the courage to do it, and the community to support you. Free support for small charities. We know times are tough. This is a reminder of the free support offered by the National Council for Voluntary Organisations, including their help desk and their online guidance. Submit to the Creative Lives Awards. The Creative Lives Awards celebrate the creative groups that enhance people's lives in villages, towns and cities across the UK and Ireland. Deadline 13th of May 2024. Music and Parental Wellbeing Research Network, 21st of March, online. Led by the Centre for Performance Science, the network's inaugural event will feature expert speakers, including Charulatha Mani and Nemvula Reni, and will focus on current and future practice. Cultural Heritage and Wellbeing, Textile Cities, 3rd to the 7th of June 2024. Dr. Gooselane Museum is partnering with City Museum Tilburg, Textile Museum and University College London to deliver the International Spring School Cultural Heritage and Wellbeing Textile Cities from Monday the 3rd until Friday the 7th of June 2024 in Tilburg, Netherlands. Survey. Inclusive music making for people living with dementia. The University of Sheffield is seeking responses from musicians, music therapists and facilitators. The survey aims to find out what music activities exist for people with dementia and how technology might be used to support these. It includes a prize draw for vouchers. Survey Museum. Visitors' representation and relevance. Culture and are conducting a new survey to find out who does and doesn't visit museums and why. We want to know if museums really matter to our global majority communities. The survey includes a chance to win a £50 gift card. The Big Freelancer Survey. The Big Freelancer Survey for the performing arts feeds into ongoing lobbying for both industry bodies and government, informing them where support is most needed and what the greatest issues facing freelancers are. Research Digest, Lifelong Cultural Engagement. The latest Research Digest from the Centre for Cultural Value looks at how the value and impact of engaging with culture evolve across our lifetimes. Libraries Connected Awards Shortlist. The full shortlist for the 2024 Libraries Connected Awards has been announced. The Health and Wellbeing Award shortlist features library services in Brent, Haldon, Cumberland, Wiltshire, Cambridgeshire and Liverpool. Toolkit to support sustainable access for disabled people. A new sustainability toolkit has been launched by Julie's Bicycle and A Greener Future, focusing on how to make disabled people's access to live events environmentally sustainable. Supporting young people's wellbeing in heritage work. This Kick the Dust blog explores their focus on relationship building to creating spaces that are authentic and empowering, not tokenistic and performative. Policy updates and news. Nuffield Trust's policy tests on the NHS. The Nuffield Trust is publishing a series of briefings to challenge the manifesto commitments of UK political parties on the NHS and social care. The first looks at NHS staffing. NHS Patient and Care Race Equality Framework. Chris Siddiqui, Director of Mental Health, discusses NHS England's Patient and Care Race Equality Framework, which aims to tackle racial inequalities and epistemic injustice faced by people from ethnic minority groups. Moving from not racist towards anti-racist. Professor Joy Warrington explores the ways in which we approach anti-racism in the NHS and wider world. Redistributing and using power well is at the heart of anti-racism. For anti-racists, power multiplies the better, the more it is distributed. No one loses if everyone wins. Improvements in NHS representation. The NHS Workforce Race Equality Standard indicates that ethnic minority representation amongst very senior managers has risen by over 60% since 2018, whilst the NHS Workforce Disability Equality Standard report shows disability declaration rates by NHS staff is up by just under 20%. Calls to end NHS contracts with TPP. Racist comments made by the head of TPP, a major supplier of the NHS IT services, have been condemned by a broad swathe of health partners, including the CEO of NHS England, with health worker unions calling for an end to TPP contracts. Mental health in asylum seekers and refugees. The Mental Health Foundation report explores why the mental health of asylum seekers and refugees is at a particular risk and what we as a society can do to protect people's mental health once they arrive in the UK. Prioritise local approaches to tackle climate change. The LGA is calling for a switch up to a locally led approach to climate change. Government research shows that local climate action will achieve net zero for half the cost of a national approach. Life expectancy below expectations between 2011 and 2020. A new Institute for Health Equity report uses ONS data from 2011 to the start of the pandemic to confirm that 1 million people in 90% of areas in England lived shorter lives than they should.